Without a doubt, I am now the weakest Archon among the seven.
I do believe that is correct. And yet you sound almost proud.
Aw, you flatter me.
Oh, such a humble god. Is it a blessing or a curse?
That was good. Note to Paimon, Amber's recommendations are worth the wait.
Of course. Well, I don't trust myself in the kitchen. You can always trust me with the menu.
So who was that nasty woman who sent Paimon flying and stole your nose?
Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys noticed, but she turns Paimon into like a cube and just fucking throws her away.
The Abyss Order. Enemies of the human race. Even the underground networks rarely come across any information on them.
Oh really?
With that said, it was a bit of a hassle, but I managed to dig up a few clues.
Of course.
Really? That quickly? You really are well connected, Master D. Luke.
Come to think of it, Mr. Big Animo God Barbados, why exactly do you need the help of mere humans?
How do I put it? The Seven, as people now know them, were once known as the Seven Archons. Each Archon presides over their own part of Teyvat. That is the role the Archons play.
Yep.
Only in performing this duty can we attain power. But I don't like the idea of ruling Mondstadt, and I don't feel Mondstadt would really like it either.
Go forth and establish a city of freedom without rule. We have not forgotten Barbados' wish for Mondstadt.
Jean, you're such a devotee. Maybe someone got a little too free and is just too lazy to care.
However it may have come to be, I haven't been back to Mondstadt for an extended period of time. Without a doubt, I am now the weakest Archon among the seven.
I do believe that is correct. And yet you sound almost proud.
Aw, you flatter me.
Oh, such a humble god. Is it a blessing or a curse? But we digress. Let's get back to the topic at hand. The common enemy of all mankind. We have tracked the Abyss Mage to the vicinity of the winery.
I cannot stress enough how important it is to not let it escape.
Let's hunt it down. Oh shit, wait, what? Oh shit, wait. They added enemies over here now? No, bubble.
Come a little closer.
Fuck that bubble.
Huh? What's this? After the Abyss Mage was defeated, a certain energy dispersed from its body. It seems that energy was being used to cut off the connection between me and DVALIN. Do you know if Storm Terror's
I think I've heard of people talking about it in Mondstadt.
Of course. I believe the people of Mondstadt all know of it. After DVALIN woke up, he took the ancient ruins as his lair. As it was with the storms that previously cut Mondstadt off from the outside world, the entrance to the ruins is also sealed by a special barrier.
Oh wow.
But now, as the energy dispersed from the Abyss Mage, I was able to read the rhythmic flow of how the barrier's magic was woven. I must admit, it sounds even more horrendous than a chorus of hilly churls. But it should be enough to let us break through the storm barrier and reach Storm Terror's lair.
Perfect.
Which means we're going to confront DVALIN? I'm fine with that. Jean is the one who wishes to avoid any direct confrontation.
No. When there are no other options left, it is my responsibility to alter our course of action. If slaying him is our only choice, I will gladly become the knight that leads the charge.
Fortunately, we have yet to need to go that far.
By that, you mean...
I mean that the Holy Liar is not our trump card. Our real trump card? The Traveler, of course.
Oh, yeah?
The Traveler?
Is it because I purified the teardrop crystal?
Correct. But you have a much more precious forte. The impurities in the tears and the curse that binds DVALIN belong to the same maleficent power. Which means...
You tone-deaf bard! Don't you see how crazy this is? You've seen what DVALIN is like when he's ticked off. She'll be swallowed whole before she even gets to lift a finger.
Also, once again, Paimon's saying she. That's the second line, and that's the second time I've caught her saying that in a line of she. Weren't we just talking about how I can fight?
Hey, nice plan. Worth a shot.
I am with you, Honorary Knight.
Oh, so we just need to fight monsters from the abyss and a dragon. No pressure or anything.
Humans aren't without their strengths. Let's go.
And so, epic actions of brave heroes finally leads to this 11th hour.
That's the second time they cut off Vente too.
It's a storm barrier.
I could see that.
It looks so dangerous.
Leave it to me. Although this wooden lyre is all I have, I don't need the lyre to break through this kind of storm barrier. Wait, what is that?
What is what? Oh my gosh.
Attack! Prepare yourselves!
The stage will need to be cleared before I can begin my performance.
Why are they going backwards?
Generally speaking,
Come back
such
here.
chores are
Do
not
not,
the concerns
do
of
not
the
go
performer
back.
himself.
Perish.
Wait, what's going on? There shouldn't be any hilly trail camps in the vicinity of Storm Terror's lair.
Boom. No, 600.
The hilly trolls usually do not venture into areas with high elemental concentrations. It puts a heavy burden on their bodies.
I don't know.
The Abyss Order must be manipulating them behind the scenes, yet they shouldn't have been able to determine that we would come. They're presumably spreading their forces to halt our plans.
Without further ado, I suppose I can play faster if my only audience is the wind.
Whoa.
It actually opened. You're not entirely useless, Tone Deaf Bard.
This is it. We are now entering Storm Terror's lair. Watch yourselves. Let's move.
Very weird. You know, very rude of you to say Paimon. I don't think you've been doing much at the moment.
Looks like this is the front gate to Storm Terror's lair. The gate is enormous compared to us. But still, Paimon wonders how DVALIN gets in there with a body that huge.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't walk in, he flies in.
Oh. You do have a point. It's stuck.
Yeah.
It's stuck.
Hey, check out that roof. Is there a giant hole in it?
Yeah, there is a giant hole.
I suppose we could make use of that wind current.
Let's make a detour then. Heading up.
Let's make a detour then. Heading up.
Love that. My kids are maybe a little bit after, right?
Do you think
I mean, you
our
could send it right now.
just hiding in the ruins? Either way, if we do run into one, we will let the victorious Master Diluc do the...
Do not underestimate them just because I have beaten one of them before. I'm not boasting. I'm simply saying there is more to the Abyss Order than a few mages.
Correct. That's why I tagged along after all. Well, that and also for your safety. Why am I so diligent? Too diligent for a poet, in fact.
So says the person that made zero effort to search for the dragon tears and drank in the tavern all day. Paimon doesn't get it. What part of you is remotely diligent?
Oh, we can't advance any further. The ruins seem to be guarded by ancient seals.
Is this the work of DVALIN?
No. These ruins were once part of an ancient city. DVALIN just happens to be nesting in these ruins for now. These ruins even predate the existence of the Four Winds.
The depression already.
Mondstadt is a city without a ruler. However, before it was ruled over by a tyrant. Anyway, I'll sing you that story when we have a chance in the future.
The markings on this seal. If my archaeological knowledge is not mistaken, this appears to be a light.
What? How did it? Why did they cut out the voices? That's weird.
If we retrieve and reintegrate all the parts, we should be able to get it working.
We should be close to completing the ceremony for this actuator. Let's put the last part back and see.
Looks like we're right. There are 3 more halos circling the tower.
Which means there are 3 more corresponding light actuators to activate. I can see one from here. The rest must be scattered within the ruins around here. Let's go find them.
Alrighty.
Why did DVALIN pick a place filled with puzzles and seals as his lair? Doesn't he get annoyed coming back home?
He doesn't walk in. He flies in.
You do have a point.
They literally just said that again. Oh yeah, but you gotta go up here. And then we'll get this. Now let's go get this other one. Okay, we got them all. Put them in. That's already one done. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember.
Wow, this light actuating ceremony does work magic.
Oh yeah.
It looks like one of the 3 halos above has now become solid ground. Let's start looking for the next puzzle.
Do that. I like the twinkles it does. Let's go. Got that achievement for collecting all those TPs. I think we have to fight something here. Pretty sure it's fighting. Can I get a good amount of
You're
time?
in for a little shock.
Shield me from the world. That's another one done.
It seems 2 of the halos have become solid ground. 1 more and the seals at the top of the tower will be broken.
Yeah. Okay. This one. And then the last one is right here.
Reward on the road.
Perfect. This one I think we have to fight as well, I believe. I really don't remember. Never mind. Perfect. There we go.
It's done! Paimon thinks we should venture onward from here.
Yeah. Well, we certainly have gone through quite a lot recently.
Hopefully, this song will be sung for years to come by the people of Mondstadt, just like the legend of Vanessa.
I have loved that song since I was small. How are you feeling today, Honorary Knight? I am completely prepared and fully confident that we can do this.
You're so reliable, Master G.
Even Master Diluc accompanied us to the very end, despite only being an accidentally involved bystander.
You shared your secret with me, and I only returned your trust to the same extent.
What about Vency?
It's freedom.
Freedom?
you first arrived at Mondstadt, did no one tell you that Mondstadt is the city of freedom?
Amber.
She really is a child of freedom. Mondstadt is a romantic city without the reign of a king, and its citizens enjoy the most freedom amongst the 7 nations.
Yeah.
I hope the dragon that once protected Mondstadt will soon be free too. No one should have deceived him by telling him that Mondstadt betrayed him, and no one should have told him that it was his eternal duty to protect the city. He has the right and freedom to choose his own way of life.
Venti?
Well then, traveler, may the thousands of years of wind that have blown through Mondstadt go with you.
Thank you.
Just like the last time, I shall channel animal energy for you.
I knew it. It was your voice I heard.
Oh, no wonder you said his voice sounds familiar.
Look, there are 2 shiny spots on DVALIN's back.
Oh, wow.
They appear to be poisonous blood clots that have coagulated on his wounds.
I'll
The
stop him.
Abyss Order must have cursed the wounds. That's what's corrupting DVALIN's mind. To save DVALIN, we're going to have to get rid of those blood clots. Aim for those blood clots.
Oh, yeah. I'm already destroying them.
DVALIN is getting away, but I'm familiar with his tactics.
Oh, ow.
Just hold on a bit longer.
Why are we sideways? Oh, shit. Whew.
I'll extract and condense the pure animal from the shots being fired. Shattering them will create acceleration currents.
Thank you.
I can't control
Ow.
how they will appear, so
Ow.
keep your eyes peeled.
Haha.
I'm sorry this is hurting you.
Man, this still looks kind of crazy, man. I remember when I saw this, it was pumping me up. He would just appear, boom, all angry. That cut right there is cool. Like, you just see the dragon in front of you.
Now we can fight DVALIN on equal grounds. The grandest guard is here to help. But
I'm
first,
assuming the
let me
charge
be
ones
clear.
would do more damage.
Even after hundreds of
Kind
years
of.
without use, DVALIN's teeth and claws are still very dangerous. Now's our chance. Aim for the tainted blood clot on his neck.
Boom. Boom.
Yeah,
Almost there.
yeah.
We killed him. We one-phased them.
This place is gonna collapse!
Ooh, honestly, kind of surprised that happened. No, Venti! Oh. Let's go. We got the dragon for ourselves.
It's been a while since we flew like this together. Huh, DVALIN?
Just now. Why? Why did you not ask me to protect you like the last time?
Me not wanting you to listen to the Abyss Order doesn't mean that you have to listen to me. Freedom, if demanded of you by an Archon, is really no freedom at all.
Is this the power of the animal Archon? But I am no longer part of the Four Winds.
Even if that's so, you still protected us regardless. Now spread your wings of freedom and go with my blessing.
Man, this brings back good times.
So, the Storm Terror threat was quelled. I clarified the misunderstanding to the citizens of Mondstadt, and let them know that they are safe. To them, it seems Storm Terror attacked Mondstadt out of nowhere, and then vanished just as quickly. They must be finding the whole ordeal very confusing.
However, winds change their course. Someday, they will
So
blow
pretty.
towards a brighter future.
Nice, let's go. One day later. Oh, look at all the stuff.
You guys are back. The honorary knight returns triumphant.
Of course.
Yep, we're back from tussling with DVALIN.
You just returned yesterday, right? Jean got back first, and she told us all about your heroic deeds. I wonder if I'll ever get an opportunity like that.
All thanks to your referrals.
That doesn't come into it. You guys deserve all the credit for how you resolved this crisis. When I brought you into the city that day, I was just doing my duty as an outrider.
You're welcome. But have you been waiting for us here this whole time?
Of course not. Just because I'm not out on the front line doesn't mean I don't have work to do. In fact, I'm dealing with the aftermath of the crisis as we speak.
Aftermath? Here? What happened in Mondstadt?
While Master Jean was away, the monsters lurking nearby made a coordinated attack on the city.
Oh, wow.
Fortunately, we weren't completely taken by surprise. I detected the Hilly Churls were moving closer to the city a while back.
Oh yeah! Paimon remembers. When we first met, you were clearing out one of their camps.
Oh, we're already back with Paimon's regular voice.
Exactly. And if we hadn't started making preparations back then, Mondstadt would be in much greater danger by now.
Glad you held him off.
Me too. But I have a strange feeling that we're not out of the woods yet. Hilly Churls aren't usually capable of coordinating like this. Our best guess is that the Abyss Order is behind it.
Indeed.
They've taken over the Hilly Churls. Good thing we saved DVALIN, or they might have taken him too.
That's right. And since I'm the Outrider, it's up to me to keep eyes on the Abyss Order from now on. I'm sorry. You should be celebrating your victory, not listening to all this somber talk. I promised to take you out for some sticky honey roast, didn't I? Before everyone got caught up in the Storm Terror crisis.
True.
There's no time like the present, right? You guys hungry?
You bet! You may have forgotten till just now, but it's been on Paimon's mind this whole time.
Awesome, let's go! It's been way too long since I last ate a sticky honey roast myself. Wait for me at Good Hunter. I'll be right there. I just have to clean up here real quick.
Of course. Where are you going, huh? Where are you going?
What timing! Not only was Jean away right when the Hilly Trolls attacked, but Kaya had disappeared too. Luckily, the knights on hand all did an admirable job, and we successfully defended the city.
Alright.
I guess Kaya must have had his reasons.
Maybe.
I mean, it's not like he would have just sat the whole thing out at the cat's tail, right? Right?
I'll check with the locals.
Here we go. This is it. Crisis, danger, the thrill of adventure.
Oh yes, of course, Cyrus. When will they make you a 5-star, Cyrus?
Adventurers Guild. Finally, our days of rescuing kittens and finding lost puppies are over. The age of adventure is upon us. Roll up, youngsters. Join the Adventurers Guild today. In this time of great upheaval, we must rally together, take on the dragon, and save our great city of Mondstadt.
Yeah, about that.
What? What? The Storm Terror threat is resolved? I missed the acting clanmaster's speech?
Indeed.
Storm Terror should have put up more of a fight. We didn't get to join in.
One day, Cyrus.
Long live the heroes. Thank you. It's finally over. Many trade routes have
What's up,
closed
Nimrod?
due to the Storm Terror incident. We can cope for
What
now
a
without
name.
fresh fruit and vegetables. But if the wine supply dries up, we're all doomed. I cannot imagine a world without wine.
Of course you can't, you junkie.
I hope they get the trade routes back up and running soon.
What's up, Grace?
So Storm Terror's true identity is DVALIN, one of the 4 winds. We never should have forgotten his past sacrifice for Mondstadt. Every cloud has a silver lining. We're fortunate that our relationship with the Dragon of the East didn't sour past the point of no return. For that, we have you to thank. And Jean for her unfailing devotion.
Of course.
As long as we have the Knights of Favonius, peace and freedom will prevail in Mondstadt.
Sure.
Greetings. May I take your order?
Why so cold? I've always thought that we enjoy quite the intimate friendship.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there.
It seems your great battle sharpened not only your combat skills, but your wit as well. A night after my own heart. To bask in the presence of Mondstadt's new big hero is quite the morale boost. And that's coming from a knight.
Sweet-talking, sugar-coated Captain Kaya.
Nonsense. I speak from the heart.
What are you doing here?
Just looking for a quiet spot to collect my thoughts.
While all the other knights are working hard to clean up after the battle?
Thinking can be an arduous task, you know. Believe me, I'd much rather be taking out the trash.
Yeah?
So what you thinking about then?
The Abyss Order. A dragon wreaks havoc in Mondstadt, and the acting Grand Master leaves the city to combat the threat. Strategically, that's the perfect moment for the Abyss Order to make their move. If you were the Abyss Order, would you squander this golden opportunity by sending in nothing more than a few hilly churls?
You're right, it doesn't add up.
To get to the bottom of it, I decided to wait. So I waited, and watched for their next move. Then came the day you made all hell break loose in Storm Terror's lair. Just as the hilly churls' cries sounded from the city gates, that same day, I saw shadowy figures lurking in the city itself.
Inside the city?
Well, all the other knights were outside, fighting the enemy. As you can imagine, that left the inside of the city completely unguarded, except for me, of course. And so I approached the Abyss Order infiltrators for a bit of, let's call it fraternizing. Through various means, I managed to gather some rather interesting intel.
Oh.
The situation is this. The Abyss Order. They are united under a single leader.
The Abyss Order has a leader?
Yes. And it was this very leader who devised the plot to turn DVALIN into a weapon of war.
What exactly did you have to do to find this out?
Let's just say I'm blessed with certain linguistic powers. There's more. The Abyss Order has a name for this leader. They call her the Princess.
The Princess?
Now, I'm sorry to cut this intelligence briefing short, but I do believe I spy Amber heading this way.
No, of course.
I think she's still angry with me for my absence from the defense effort during the attack. I'd better slip away before she notices me.
You better. And you just walk away.
1 minute I see Kaya, the next he slipped away. Clear sign of a guilty conscience.
I mean, you could have easily caught up to him. I know, what a scoundrel.
I agree. He sets a terrible example for someone who's cavalry captain. But let's forget about him. I worked super hard today, and my tummy's rumbling. Let's order.
Of course.
Hi, Sarah. 1 sticky honey roast, please.
Okay. Are you gonna sit down? Wow. No way they made him sit down. It's crazy.
So, now the Storm Terror threat is behind us. What are your plans for the next step?
Paimon thinks it's time to leave Mondstadt and keep looking through the 7 nations until we find clues about his sister.
Huh, really? Oh, well, I guess this is goodbye for now.
I will miss Mondstadt.
Hey, don't feel down. You'll always be a friend of the Knights of Avonius, and our honorary knight. wherever you may go, and wherever the winds may blow.
I'll come back and visit.
That's the spirit. Remember, Mondstadt will always welcome you. All right, now let's eat before it gets cold.
That was good. Note to Paimon, Amber's recommendations are worth the wait.
Of course. Well, I don't trust myself in the kitchen. You can always trust me with the menu. Oh, I almost forgot to mention. Jean's waiting for you at the cathedral. It's something to do with the Holy Lyre de Himmel. You'd better head there now.
Uh-oh.
This is Barbara, the deaconess of the church. She is here to retrieve the Holy Lyre de Himmel.
May the Animo Archon protect you. I'm not really in a position to speak compared to our acting Grand Master, but I still want to thank you all on behalf of all of Mondstadt for your assistance. Fortunately, everything was resolved peacefully. I can't imagine how an all-out war between the military and the dragon would have ended.
Now the Fatui have no choice but to keep their mouths shut. They must be annoyed that things didn't turn out as planned for them.
Oh yeah.
This time, they even lost their best excuse to pressure the Knights of Favonius. Diplomatically speaking, they gained nothing, and on the contrary, simply proved just how vexatious they can be.
Sounds like quite the story. So, did you bring the Holy Lyre with you? We cannot ask you to keep defending the lyre forever. The Seneschal has been pressing me for a while now.
We, did bring it with us. It's a little...
Oh, don't worry. I'm not here to collect rent. The church has always received special funding.
Oh no.
The Holy Lyre! Oh, Lord Barbados! Even if I atone for these sins for the rest of my life, it would still not be enough.
Oh, give it here.
What?
How could this Holy Lyre, but how?
Huh? Let Paimon see.
No. I don't know how you managed to fix it, but you'll never touch the lyre again.
We, really should get going. That trick I used to repair the Holy Lyre. I mean, the magic I used isn't going to hold forever, you know.
That's crazy. Oh? Oh?
At last, Mondstadt's rodent
Oh my
ruler
gosh, she's
is
still
fresh.
hot as ever.
Scurrying through the streets looking for leftovers? Mondstadt calls this a god?
Resident rodent beats invasive vermin.
Don't you dare speak back to me, insolent bard. Absentee Archon of Mondstadt. How impotent you've become.
That smirky wear looks out of place. Did you steal it from your master's face?
Should have held your tongue.
Oh my gosh. Auntie!
So, this is a gnosis. Wouldn't be caught dead wearing this ugly thing in public.
Beauty is a waste when the beholder has no taste.
Jesus.
Venti!
Well, we have what we came here for. Come, before our dear Favonian friends arrive. Leave nothing for them to find.
There you go. After much time has passed. What happened? What's going on? Venti, is he alright?
I wouldn't say he's alright exactly. I found you lying unconscious outside the cathedral and used my elemental powers to heal you. That bard awakened first, but strangely, my healing powers had almost no effect on him. This is the first time I've encountered such a patient. But he just said, it's completely normal, and then got up and left the cathedral.
Interesting.
Left? Already? Where'd he go?
The symbol of Mondstadt's hero. That's what he said. I wanted to stop him, but Jean, I mean, Master Jean, said to let him leave. How strange.
I think Jean understands.
Paimon remembers Venti healing under that tree before. It's probably due to the connection between Windrise and the animal Archon. Master Jean has figured it out as well, but we can't tell Barbara.
Of course. Gotta keep it a secret. See you later. Venti, there you are. I've been looking all over for you.
The wind amongst the branches is good. I love the way it smells. I said the exact same thing last time. Why do I only say these things when I'm down on my luck?
So, what is a gnosis?
So you noticed. This isn't something I'm meant to discuss with ordinary people. But I suppose I can let you in on the secret. As you know, visions are external magical foci that only a small minority of people possess. They use these visions to channel elemental power. In truth, every wielder of a vision is one who can attain godhood and ascend to Celestia. We call
Allergenes? Paimon's never heard of them before.
That's because this is a secret that only Archons are privy to. We don't need primitive tools like visions. Instead, each Archon has an internal magical focus that resonates directly with Celestia itself, known as a gnosis.
What about the thing hanging off your hip?
It's just a glowing glass ball I carry around to avoid suspicion.
I feel cheated, but I guess I'm used to that by now.
So who was that nasty woman who sent Paimon flying and stole your nose?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you guys noticed, but she turns Paimon into like a cube and just fucking throws her away. That shit just cracks me up.
Her name is Signora, number 8 of the Harbingers. She and the rest of the Harbingers have been given godlike executive authority by the Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya, and with it, strength surpassing that of other mortals.
The Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya? Isn't that...
Indeed. She is one of the 7. The Tsaritsa who
What?
rules from the Zepolyarny Palace, and the one person that the Fatui Harbingers all answer to.
Wow.
The 7 don't always get along well, but still. I never thought that she would plot to steal another Archon's gnosis.
What's this? What sort of god is this Tsaritsa?
How should I put this? 500 years ago, I knew her well. But I can't say the same is true now. You see, a certain catastrophe happened 500 years ago. And after that, she cut off all ties with me. But we can save discussion of the Cryo Archon and the Fatui for another day. If you seek the rest of the 7, many difficulties lie ahead of you still. You should head for Mondstadt's neighboring nation of Liyue.
Oh.
The Geo-Archon who reigns there, unlike me, administrates his entire region personally.
Wow.
He only descends once every year to give his divine predictions, which set the direction for Liyue for the rest of that year.
Even so, it sounds like he works much harder than a certain someone.
In any case, this year's Rite of Descension is soon to begin. If you miss it, you'll just have to wait another year.
What? Oh, why didn't you tell us before? Well, then bye. We're going.
One moment, Windborn Outlander.
You mean me?
Yep. Traveler, as you set off on your journey once again, you must remember that the journey itself has meaning. The birds of Tevat, the songs in the cities, the Tsaritsa, her Fatui and the monsters, they are all part of your journey. The destination is not everything. So before you reach the end, keep your eyes open. Use the chance to take in the world around you.
Dancy?
Great. So, that's that for the Animo Archon's admonishments. Back to Venti time.
Wow.
If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard stays not always in a single climb.
About DVALIN.
Up till the end, DVALIN remembered his duty as one of the Four Winds. As such, I don't intend to forcibly strip him of that duty and force my ideals of freedom onto him. I just hope that DVALIN will be able to choose for himself and understand what freedom is. Before I became an Archon, I too was taught the meaning of freedom in this way by a friend. If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard's... Kaya shared some new intelligence, you say? Oh, I see. So, the Abyss Order has a princess who orchestrated the plan to corrupt DVALIN?
Indeed.
They were probably trying to turn DVALIN into a weapon of war for the Abyss. But that said, I have never heard of any such princess of the Abyss Order.
So this is a recent development?
I think so too, apparently. But how does a princess come out of nowhere and take command over the entire Abyss Order? If you want to chat, now's the
Oh,
time.
senora.
That Fatui lady didn't hang around, did she? She just grabbed your gnosis and left?
She wanted to avoid any eyewitnesses from the Knights of Favonius. The slightest slip-up here would have destroyed the Fatui's diplomatic relations with the Knights.
So they're just gonna keep acting like Mondstadt's allies as if nothing happened?
If only the Seven Nations had banded together against the Abyss Order in the first place. The Fatui possess the strongest military among the Seven Nations, yet they've used it to steal the Holy Lyre, covet the power of gods, and use DVALIN as a bargaining chip against the Knights.
Damn.
Speaking of the liar, didn't Diluc say something like this before? He said that the Fatui can only run amok across the Seven Nations and threaten the Knights because of the Harbingers.
Yes. As I said earlier, the Cryo-Archon has given them authority and strength beyond that of other mortals.
You clearly.
The Tsaritsa. I haven't seen her in 500 years. What is she thinking? What's her plan? Whatever the answer is, I have a feeling it's only going to make your search for the Seven all the more difficult. If you want to chat, now's the time.
About
A bard stays
deities.
not all. As I said before, vision wielders are known as allogenes and may ascend to Celestia. A gnosis is a higher order nexus of elemental manipulation and is emblematic of an Archon's status as one of the Seven. But as for which of the Seven took your sister, I'm sorry, I don't know. Wait, as one of the Seven, I'm not clear of suspicion yet either, am I?
You don't look like that god at all.
Hang on a hot second. Tone Deaf Bard is just one of Barbados' many incarnations. Who's to say that...
We've known you long enough to trust you.
We're a great team indeed. Say, once you find your sister, how would you like to become one of the new Four Winds?
Perhaps.
You don't seem too into it. Hey, Tone Deaf Bard, if being one of the Four Winds means free food, you can consider Paimon.
Crazy.
If you want to chat, now's the time. Well then, best be off to Lulu. If the dissension ritual you failed to tally, then another year you must dally.
Oh, wow. Whoa. Oh, the cards. Okay. Should honestly start unlocking a lot of stuff now.